Black men get the white women that other white men genuinely do not want. You don't get the top of the line white women. You don't. You get leftovers. Look at most of our celebrities. They did not marry women who came from the richest white families. Black money and white money don't behave the same. New black money will jump on any poor white girl and make her a billionaire, Tiger Woods. Rich white woman, rich white money doesn't operate that way. No interracial relationship is acceptable because we have too many black women who are unmarried. Black women are the largest population on the planet Earth. If you can't find one in America, get it from Africa. If you can't get it from Africa, go to the Caribbean, go to Canada, go to Europe. Why would a black man need to copulate, build a family with anything other than a black woman when you have so many black women available? It is an exercise in self-hatred. There's no way to get around it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, guys, once again, you can see we're going to be talking about the spicy Latina, Erica Mena. You guys know ever since Safari came out here, he decided that he was going to expose her for basically beating his ass behind the scene. And guys, I know domestic abuse is not really funny, but I think for these males to consistently come out here and be lying, literally telling bold-faced lie, talking about how these women are these little damsel in distress, how these women are not controlling, how these women are so submissive. We already know they're continuously out here on these podcasts talking about how these preferences are feminine, fit, and friendly, when these preferences for themselves, they have continuously been coming out here and debunking the entire notion. You guys know I just recently reacted to the video where Safari decided that he was going to lay it all out there, because unfortunately these males, because they have a point that they have to prove to you as a black woman, right? This is why regardless of these males literally being attacked behind the scene, they have this facade that they have to continue. This is precisely black woman why I continue to say, whenever these males try to dangle these non-black women in your face, y'all should literally just ignore these males. Whatever they have to say, let it go through one of your ear and come through the next, because we have seen these males over and over after their relationship come to a demise, which we know is only a matter of time, because we saw how Kanye West, he came out here and say that after his divorce was finalized, he basically came and say that living with his preference, Kim Kardashian, aka the porn star, was literally like him being in prison. We also saw the self-proclaimed thug, GC, he also came out here and said how his ling behind the scene was also doing all of these very weird stuff, right? Now we have this other self-hating male, Safari, coming out here letting us know that his preference were not only attacking him, but this crazy demented woman was attacking this male in front of her kids. Does she not know that she's traumatizing these kids? And black woman, this is why I continue to talk about the importance of you preserving and guarding your womb, because yes, I am ecstatic to know that as for this point, we know that Safari, he hasn't made a black woman a single baby mama, and the only reason why I think he haven't really done that is because like I have been telling you guys for the longest, these males, they're working overnight trying to erase every features that they have. This is why these males, they will continuously go out here and impregnate these preferences. Soon as they impregnate these preferences, you know that they're gonna be out the door, right? Because regardless of their preference, coming out here thinking that they're so much better than you as a black woman, literally chopping up their entire body trying to look like us. Because if you guys look in this photo right here on your screen, Erica Mena looks like a light-skinned black woman. This is precisely, I think it is quite comical whenever these women come out here and they be having this superiority complex when it comes to us as black women. Why these women are continuously coming out here trying to mimic our body shape, trying to how their faces, their lips. Everybody know that these women, regardless of what they say, at the end of the day, literally the only thing, the biggest desire that these women have is that they want to be one of us. Because at the end of the day, I mean, who won't want to be a black woman? We are indeed the original woman. We are the original woman. If you guys aren't necessarily familiar with the EU gene, I do suggest you guys go and look it up. This is precisely why whenever I see see these women try to ingratiate themselves within the black community, we already know that is because these women, they're not really accepted within their own community, right? And unfortunately, because black people have this very bad habit of quote unquote allowing everyone to come to the cookout, we already know that black male does it for self-hating reason, right? And those reasons are because these male are working overtime trying to get rid of everything that looks like an actual black person. This is why they will continuously go out here and impregnate these women. And like I mentioned previously, these male literally, that is the only purpose that they have for these women. We already know that Safari himself, he came out here and say that he only wished that their unborn child at that moment, he only wished that this kid had inherited Erica Mena quote unquote good hair. I think it is quite hilarious because you're trying to tell me that this quote unquote good hair wasn't suffice enough to keep this self-hating male not only at home but also married to you. Quite interesting. But nonetheless, you guys know in event of Safari coming out here exposing her, basically releasing videos of her basically beating his ass in front of his kids. And naturally, guys, Erica Mena, she decided that she was going to respond to the whole thing. And this is what she had to say.
No need to feel sorry for me. Now, if you want to feel the embarrassment that I might be feeling because I'm a human, and if you're human, I'm sure, you know, you can kind of understand where I'm going with that, then yeah, that's one thing. You know, I'm human. There's moments where we are embarrassed. If anything, be embarrassed with me because shit. Look what I've been dealing with. And there's so much that honestly the world doesn't even know. But anyway, back to the comment. I chose him. Do y'all forget? I was chased for 3 years. And I wasn't budging. Like, mofo had to go through my friends and my family just to get me to reply in a text, let alone give him any type of chance.
Guys, once again, not necessarily anything new, just another self-hating black male and his preference that basically were beating his ass in front of his kids. I think it is quite interesting because after he made his whole video, Nicki Minaj, she came out here and a lot of people think that she was shading both of them in the whole situation because like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, just in case y'all didn't know, unfortunately, Nicki Minaj wasted over a decade of her precious life with this clown hair. So unfortunately, these males doing what they do best, naturally he was abusing the black woman throughout that entire relationship. So this is why a lot of people feel like Nicki Minaj was laughing at both of them because first when Erica Mena started to date Safari, Erica Mena consistently was also out here talking about Nicki Minaj was a broke down version of Lil' Kim, saying that she didn't really listen to Nicki Minaj. She also spoke about how when Safari was with Nicki, that he was too cartoony and she didn't really like Nicki music. And naturally, we already know that the Barbs, which are Nicki Minaj fan base, they're very ruthless. So they brought up a ton of old tweets of her where she basically was out here quoting Nicki Minaj. And to be honest, guys, at this day and age, anyone who denies that Nicki Minaj is very talented, you definitely has to be a hater. You don't necessarily have to agree with her personal life and how she chooses to live that, but it's undeniable that Nicki Minaj is a very successful person. I mean, she has held the title of Queen of Rap for a reason, but nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say about this whole situation. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say about Erica Mena. Basically, after her ex King came out here and exposed her, she had the audacity to still come out here and say, oh, so now you guys see all of the stuff that I have been dealing with behind the scene. Once again, only an unstable person, a demented person, a person that lacks any type of accountability can continue to live in the Lululand like Erica Mena. Nonetheless, guys, what are your thoughts and opinion? Or please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.